What is best for people is what they do for themselves. Hide not your talents, they for use were made. What's a sundial in the shades? Human felicity is produced not so much by great pieces of good fortune that seldom happen, as by little advantages that occur every day. Friends and neighbors complain that taxes are indeed very heavy, and if those laid on by the government were the only ones he had to pay, we might the more easily discharge them. But we have many others, and much more grievous to some of us. We are taxed twice as much by our idleness, 3 times. He that is of opinion money will do everything may well be suspected of doing everything for money. The busy man has few idle visitors. To the boiling pot the flies come not. To be thrown upon one's own resources is to be cast in the very lap of fortune. Anger is never without a reason, but seldom with a good one. When you assemble a number of men to have the advantage of their joint wisdom, you inevitably assemble with those men all their prejudices, their passions, their errors of opinion, their local interests, and their selfish views. Sloth makes all things difficult, but industry all things easy. Let all your things have their places. Let each part of your business have its time. The first mistake in public business is the going into it. Happiness consists more in small conveniences or pleasures that occur every day than in great pieces of good fortune that happen but seldom to a man in the course of his life. The eyes of other people are the eyes that ruin us. If all but myself were blind, I should want neither fine clothes, fine houses, nor fine furniture. Either write something worth reading, or do something worth writing. 3 may keep a secret, if 2 of them are dead. Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn. They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. Hide not your talents, they for use were made. What's a sundial in the shade? If all printers were determined not to print anything till they were sure it would offend nobody, there would be very little printed. I am for doing good to the poor, but I think the best way of doing good to the poor is not making them easy in poverty, but leading or driving them out of it. I observed that the more public provisions were made for the poor, the less they provided for themselves, and of course became poorer. Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man. Reading makes a full man, meditation a profound man, discourse a clear man. Love your enemies, for they tell you your faults. He that falls in love with himself will have no rivals. Don't throw stones at your neighbors if your own windows are glass. There never was a good war or a bad peace. Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I remember. Involve me, and I learn. I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. The only thing that is more expensive than education is ignorance. He that can have patience can have what he will. Without freedom of thought, there can be no such thing as wisdom, and no such thing as public liberty. Without freedom of speech, if a man could have half of his wishes, he would double his troubles. Security without liberty is called prison. Fear not death, for the sooner we die, the longer we shall be immortal. All mankind is divided into 3 classes: those that are immovable, those that are movable, and those that move. Remember not only to say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still, to leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. The heart of a fool is in his mouth, but the mouth of a wise man is in his heart. Happiness consists more in small conveniences or pleasures that occur every day than in great pieces of good fortune that happen but seldom to a man in the course of his life. If you would not be forgotten as soon as you are dead and rotten, either write things worth reading or do things worth writing. We do not stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. It takes many good deeds to build a good reputation, and only one bad one to lose it. Don't go to the doctor with every distemper, nor to the lawyer with every quarrel, nor to the pot for every thirst. Man and woman have each of them qualities and tempers in which the other is deficient, and which in union contribute to the common felicity. A great talker may be no fool, but he is one that relies on him. Each year one vicious habit rooted out in time might make the worst man good throughout. If a man empties his purse into his head, no man can take it away from him. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. Our opinions are not in our own power. They are formed and governed much by circumstances that are often as inexplicable as they are irresistible. To the generous mind, the heaviest debt is that of gratitude, when it is not in our power to repay it. Educate your children to self-control, to the habit of holding passion and prejudice and evil tendencies subject to an upright and reasoning will, and you have done much to abolish misery from their future and crimes from society. To be content, look backward on those who possess less than yourself, not forward on those who possess more. If this does not make you content, you don't deserve to be happy. Speak ill of no man, but speak all the good you know of everybody. Creditors have better memories than debtors. The ancients tell us what is best, but we must learn of the moderns what is fittest. I don't believe in stereotypes. I prefer to hate people on a more personal basis. Rather go to bed without dinner than to rise in debt. He that is of the opinion money will do everything may well be suspected of doing everything for money. Content makes poor men rich. Discontentment makes rich men poor.